What up, y'all? It's Lise, it's Eating Lounge. We're just gonna wait for some people to get up in the room. How are you tonight? Are you ready for some more in-depth questions?
Yeah, especially since you said finance, I was like, okay.
See, I gave everybody kind of like a little intro about what the next week would be, as far as the questions for me anyway. And then I would like for you guys to kind of answer, of course, ask me some like in-depth questions about it too. Of course, we're not gonna go too crazy deep, but I understand enough to kind of see where everybody's mind kind of is. So I'm actually glad that no one else is up right now, like on here, so we can kind of just get this done. You're not hearing their, questions and answers or, something already. So this actually works out good. So what do you have for me? And then I'll go in with mine.
I feel like it's a simple question, but what was something that shaped you, like growing up, like something that shaped you to basically have an effect on your life?
Something that shaped me growing up. Um, Let me think about it. Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. Something that shaped me. Are you talking like not financially? You're just talking about something that just made me who I am.
Yeah, like, a childhood experience that made you go maybe on a different path.
Um, I can't say like, cause I told you I used to be a dancer, but like I just everything that I kind of did because I don't know. I don't honestly that shaped me to be who I am. I don't know. I honestly just feel like maybe just watching my mom, uh, always working two jobs, always working hard. I feel like that's kind of made me become a hard worker. Majority of the time, if anybody asks where Lee at work. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's pretty much what it is. So to see where I am now, it's basically I'm just a hard worker, determined. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. What else you got?
Hmm. What's your dream vacation?
My dream vacation. I don't know. Sometimes I say I would like to go to Bali, but I can't really say that I have a dream vacation right now. I think just to be able to get away at all and just not have any care or worries in the world, would be dope. So I can't really say that I have a dream vacation, place that I really want to go to. I think I answered this before, but I can't really say it's anywhere like specific. I can really think right now at this moment. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I got one, but it's childish.
huh?
I said I got one, but it's childish.
What?
Like go to Italy and reincarnate or reenact like the Lady and the Tramp with the spaghetti.
Yo, I'm in the floor. That's funny. So my questions. Let's see. Are you a spender or are you a saver?
More of a saver. If I don't
Okay.
need it, and I'm very good at going into like a mall, I can window shop and walk out of it and not be sad at all.
Okay. Right. Debate on if I'm going to answer this one. Are you currently saving for anything right now? Like, do you have any goals or anything like that?
Yes, yes, I am.
And can I ask, like, what you're saving for?
Me and my brother are gonna go 50-50 on a house and then start flipping houses.
You say you and your brother are going to go 50-50 on the house?
And then start flipping houses and build a company.
Okay. I was about to say, how y'all going 50-50 on the house? If we get to know each other, then I don't know what to say. I can't. I'm not. Chicago.
At first, I could come out there and dominate after I get the real estate license and all that stuff.
Okay, okay. Look, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, Lord. Okay. Are you planning for retirement or
Am I planning for retirement? You said? Yes.
Okay, and how would you say you are planning for retirement? Like, what are you doing to plan?
Saving now to build the company, so I have to work in 10 years.
Say it again. Yeah, I got you.
Can you hear
You
me?
say you're. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you clear now.
Okay.
I can hear you. So you said you're building a business so that way what now?
So I can basically retire in 10 years. I don't have to worry about working. I'll have a whole bunch of rental properties, and if I could have it my way, it'll be in multiple states.
Okay. So I want to say this, right? Okay, what makes you think that having multiple, um, like with having a business is gonna help you retire in 10 years? I just want to know. I have that question. That's a random question, but what makes you think that having a business will help you retire in 10 years?
Well, that's
Do you
where it
plan to have other
comes.
people else with you?
Well, that's where it comes to the money aspect of it. So, like in the market now, they're overpricing for rent and stuff like that. So, if I get something, fix it up, and I basically just corner the market. If they're charging 2,500, I charge 18. Get people in the
Mhm.
quick. Then,
Right. So you say if they charging 25?
yeah. So, if like somebody's charging rent for 2,500 a month, and I got a building, same rooms, same capability, I charge you 1,800, and let's say the mortgage is on 14 to 15. That's just
Okay.
one that, and then I got an extra 3 grand coming in off the other 2 units.
Okay.
I also
All
plan on
right.
planning car washes and laundromats.
You said car wash, laundromat.
A couple of them.
Okay. So here's my thing, right?
I do have a 401k with the post office too.
Okay, this is good. This is good. That's what I was going to ask you about, like what you're doing at this very moment to help you with the retirement part. So what was I gonna say to you? I feel like having a business. I think that people think that it's gonna make it so easy to retire, or it's gonna make it easy in general. And I think having a business is actually blood, sweat, and tears, and it's not always peaches and cream. I feel like it's hard to find people that even want to work, and that have the same ambition and drive as you. So I ask you that because it's just, with me having a little small business or whatever, it might not be flipping houses or anything like that, but I just know that if anything, it can be a lot at times. And so that's why I asked you about the retirement, the plan. Because as for me, when you have a small business, the retirement plan could be a little bit different. You know what I mean? With you having the 401k and everything like that, that is awesome, and so I'm proud of you with that. But is there anything else you kind of doing as far as like not really talking about the things that you would like to do, but at this moment you're basically seeing it's the 401k with the post office.
It's a 401k with the post office, and then I'm going to within a couple of weeks. I should be getting.
You said what?
I said within a couple of weeks I should be getting my real estate license.
That's awesome. Good. I can't wait to hear all about it. That's what's up. You been studying?
Yeah,
You know anybody that also is a real estate agent?
yeah. I know a couple of people that are, and they both said the same thing that I should just go for it because when I talk to people, I can connect with them. So I make it feel like family.
Good.
An asset to have while doing.
That's what's up. I have two clients that are real estate agents. One works with commercial and residential, and the other one works for residential. So they know their stuff, and I think it's awesome. Even just it's awesome to, how I feel about it is just for me to be able to be connected to people. That I mean, it's all about who you know. You know what I mean, and who you know, it makes it easier. Because then they know things that you don't know, and they can put you on game. So that's really dope. What questions do you have for me? What else do you have to ask me?
You start asking questions now. I got lost on what I was supposed to be asking you.
Huh?
So you started asking questions, and now I got lost what I was supposed to be asking you.
Well, you can pretty much ask me whatever you want to ask me. You know, I told you I was asking financial questions. I mean, my financial questions get a little bit more, you know.
How do you define romance?
How do I define romance?
What is it to you?
You said, what is it? What?
What is it to you? Like what do you see as that's how you want somebody to be romantic with you? Like some flowers, PDA, however you.
Um, Romance to me is like this. Okay, so basically, do you want me to describe the perfect man?
I mean, like that, or like what can a man do for you in a relationship to keep you feel like you're always loved? So like holding hands,
To make me feel like I'm what?
like you're loved.
Um, I mean, words of affirmation let me know that I'm the apple of his of his eye. Like and there's no question. Like there's nothing for me to have to question at all. Like the proof is in the pudding. I feel like kind of just making sure I'm okay, like checking in. How are you? How's your day? Did you eat something? If I didn't eat anything, like ordering me something. Like if you know me, then you know what it is that I like to eat. So it's like simple. I'm telling you, sometimes I be thinking, dude, if I was a man, I would be killing it. Because like half the time I be just sitting and just thinking like, are they slow? Like sometimes.
Well, sometimes it's their minds in other places, and like sometimes they shut off. So when you do ask them, like, what are you thinking about? And they say nothing. They dead ass me. They just stare at the wall.
Yeah, I just really think like I would be killing the game. Like I pay attention, and that's one thing. I don't mean to bring up my past, but that's one thing I think that I learned from my past is I literally learn to like cater to whoever it is that I'm with too. So it's not necessarily like all about me, right? If I know my man's having a long day or a long week or whatever, best believe by the end of the week and it's the weekend, I'm figuring out what we is doing. We finna do something. And that's the same energy that I would expect out of him. And if it's something that he knows that I like to eat or that I like, and it could possibly bring a smile on my face, regardless if we're long distance or we stay close or whatever. Figure it out. Edible arrangement, you got edible arrangements, you got this, you got that, you know what I like to eat. I tell you, I ain't eat. I've been doing nails all day. I've been busy. I've been training somebody. I've been doing this, that. You know what? Let me go ahead and let me order her favorite spot and have them delivered. It's just things that it's like it might sound like it's off the wall, but it's really not. It's so easy. You pick up the phone, you got your credit card, your debit card, you call, you put it in, boom. She got whether it's a salad or whatever, huh?
So I'm the same way. I pay attention to detail.
Yeah. So I feel like those type of things really make it. It makes. I think the main thing that a lot of people fail to realize is relationships should be about also about how are we going to make it easier in this world for one another, right? We already face the noise as soon as you step out. As soon as I step outside my door, lock my door, and head out in my car. Thank you, Anthony. As soon as I step out, the same thing for any man. Like as soon as that man steps out, and I hear oftentimes that you guys have it so much harder out in the world than women, but I think nowadays it's just hard. Period. Me being an African American woman, I think with a small business or whatever, I think it's just hard because I know that there's plenty of eyes that are on me. I know that there are people that are waiting to see me fail, and I also know that there are people that waiting to see men to fail as well. So whatever it is to make it easier in this thing called life, because life is hard. Life is not easy. I seen a it might have been a reel or it was something a couple days ago, and they were just saying as how it was actually on TikTok, and the guy was saying he never really understood what people meant about when it comes to wanting to take their own, unalive themselves or want to do whatever. And he was saying, listen, this is not what I want to do to myself. But he's trying to make it known what he was thinking to other people. It's like, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's times where you literally feel like your back is up against the wall. Like you are just trying to make it. And to really just sit back and I think it wasn't up until I'm the age that I am now where I'm single. Thank God I have no kids. Because if I had kids, like today with me being able to do my feet and do certain things for myself, that would be shifted to me having my children, right? And then the stress and the turmoil of everyday life, plus you having your kids, plus you wanting to work out, plus you wanting to take care of yourself and do for you, it makes it to the point where this is no cap. I need a good man. Like I can't go for no Joe Schmo or anybody that's not giving me good energy and letting me know from the beginning that they want me. Because the energy got to be energy. Because I can't do that shit. Okay, I can't be no single mama. I'm telling you right now, I can't do it because I just know by myself and with me having my small business is like having a baby. See what I mean? So that already to me, I already don't got no time for no men coming up in my DMs or coming up talking to me that ain't, on the level or that mind frame where I'm at. I'm on a mindset where it's like, if I'm going to be with you, you going to be with me. We need to be figuring out how are we going to make this work for the both of us? What are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? To actually be able to blend our lives together. And I think that's what makes it so much different now with dating for me. Because in the past, I could meet somebody and we lusting, we together real bad and like not even a couple times seeing each other, okay? We together. But now it's more than the glitz and glam. It's more than all of those things. It's really about how are we going to make it in this thing called life together. Instead of bringing one another down, both people have to be to a point where they're seeing, if I'm seeing tunnel vision, honey, you got a clear bird eye view. We got to go. You know what I'm saying? It has to be that. It gotta outweigh. It gotta level itself out. One can't outweigh the other. Because then for me, I think that I take as peace signs. Like I think that I take discernment. I'm still learning, right? But I think that now it's like, wow, it's so much more to dig in and getting to know people. It's so much more. Like it's really not just about, oh, you look nice, oh, you got a good job. What happens if one of us lose a job? What happens if it's real life things when somebody gets sick? And honestly, I was just thinking about this the other day, and I'm gonna let you talk because I know I'm talking your head off, but I was just thinking about this the other day. I'm like, dang, nowadays with dating, I'm more worried about if the man I'm with, if we married and I'm on my deathbed, if he gonna just be like, oh yeah, pull the plug, or if he gonna be like, no, I want to do whatever we gotta do to make sure she's good. Whatever we gotta do, I don't care. Okay, we gonna do it. That's the energy that I'm coming for. And if that energy ain't energy, I don't want it. Because the same way for me, I'm not gonna let my man. We gonna figure out what's going on. We're not about to just, oh yeah, just pull the plug. This is fine. Like no, but that's what I don't think people really see it clearly. Like dating is not what it used to be no more. Dating is like a real deal. You really need to really get to know these people because one, people crazy, and then two, really like it just depends on two, like what's your intentions, what you want. And my intentions are absolutely pure. I don't want nothing that's gonna. I feel like if I'm here to play games and guess what's gonna happen, then I'm gonna end up playing games in real life. Like nothing's gonna work out, you know.
No, no.
So what you think about everything that I pretty much said?
Um, I appreciate that you described me. That was cool.
Huh?
But I appreciate that you described me. That was cool. Like that's basically what I do, and like how you were saying, if we have kids and you need a partner, like I understand that. I watch the kids to make sure that you get your, you get your.
Say it again. You kind of like I can hear you, but
I was saying that I understand like how a partnership works, where you watch the kids so you can have your time to yourself to do things that you need to do for you, self care, self maintenance. Hell, you want to go to a movie by yourself? By all means, go ahead. But
I think too that a lot of people do not take time to say, okay, we need to go on dates twice a month. Like for me, if I go on a date twice a month, I'm good. Like because realistically, I don't want us going on dates every weekend because we need to save money, right? So there's goals and aspirations. There's goals that I have for myself, right? But I also want whoever it is that I'm dating to also have goals for themselves as well too. So it's like we need to be saving money, you know. We don't need to go out all the time. A trip maybe a couple times a year, you know, just to get out of, get out of the country or get away from whatever. But I'm the type I like to work, and I'm a hard worker, so I need a man that's a hard worker too. Okay.
Yeah, that fall underneath that one too.
I like money. Even if my man would be like, babe, do you need some help at the salon this weekend? You know I'm off. Oh, I'm gonna come and help you. Like, see, stuff like that.
Yeah, like
My heart gonna skip about 20,000 beats. You know what I'm
if you
saying?
got clients and I just come in and start cleaning the shop for you,
Yeah, you just do stuff. You know, we be here to
organization
help
or
each
something like that.
other. You gotta go sell a house? Well, shit, I'm coming too. Let me put my blazer on. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Might not know what I'm talking about, but look, we gonna get this sale. Okay, so
I don't even need you to know. Just be like, yeah, the window and the lighting.
look at the lighting. You could just switch this right here. So nice, right? Yeah. Like, yeah. But again, that's the energy that I'm coming with. So the same way I am on my lawns, cutting up bed and whatever, that's really who I am. So it's like a man to really be able to experience that. And also I feel like in the past, my ex-husband, it was more like he would wonder why he wasn't getting this version of me all the time. And it's like, there's a reason why you're not getting this version of me, because I've seen certain parts of you that I no longer can give this version to you anymore. I have to be more on guard. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like whoever it is that I do decide to get serious with, it just has to be a person that is not going to dim my light, because my light is so bright, and I can't allow that, you know.
That's why when I do pop in on the live and you kind of have like the little locked in face, I say something. I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna get her to smile right now.
Yes, because sometimes people, I'll be like, what is we doing? But here lately, I've been getting to a point where I'm like, block you out of here. I'm not even about to give you my energy. And everybody always be like, your energy is so amazing. Like, ain't no need to give certain people like that, because that's what they want. That's why they stop. It was, they just got something to say. So I'm gonna read a couple of comments, and then I'm gonna get into my questions for you. So Bree says the small things really do matter. It shows how much you pay attention to details. Absolutely. I think paying attention to details is really, really good, because then it just shows that, like, throughout life, I'm not gonna have to sit there and have to be like, well, did you and like, you're gonna already, if you're paying attention to details, you're gonna catch wind to certain things before I even gotta open my mouth. And that's one thing I do like. I like a man that is very attentive. I feel like a lot of men are not. And yeah, it's ridiculous. Like me being 32, and I normally go for, older. I'm not gonna say older, but it's just to a point where it's like I just be expecting certain things, all the time. So again, that's why I enjoy doing these lives, because it really just gives me a chance to get to know all of y'all. And I just feel like there's no need to sit up and rush anything. All right. So I want to ask you this question, but I don't want to ask you this question because I don't want to come out too straightforward. But I just feel like, because you could lie to me, and it's okay if you did, because I think proof is always in the pudding, right? You'll end up finding out. Let me see. What is your Okay, I'll ask this one instead.
No. Go ahead. I ain't scared. I'm honest and I don't care.
All right. What is your credit score?
680.
Okay, that's okay. I feel like you can still do things with 680, so that's good. I feel like we all in this life at this moment are figuring out. Yes, Taylor. I think that we're all at this moment figuring out how to get this debt under control. Okay, I feel like everybody in their 30s is like, they didn't tell me this. Like, I know for me, I didn't know in the fine print of, when I get my little bill and everything, I'm like, oh, I was supposed to pay this all by now. I thought I was, even though I was paying more than what I was supposed to be paying, it still wasn't more than, it should have been a little.
I
But
feel like credit is all BS anyways, but it's
right,
important.
right. But depending on what you want out of this life, depending on where you want to go, what you want,
You need it.
the credit is, you know what I'm saying, especially when it comes down to a house and everything else. I think the last time I checked, I was at like 710, I want to say, but 710. But honestly, I want to try to work on that and get that because my mom is at 800. Okay, and I mean, she got some years on me, but that's just gold. It's to a point.
Yeah.
Like that's my goal. That's where I would like to be. So, given the fact that that's someone that I look up to, yeah, mama always worked hard and always made sure her credit was on point. So, with that being said about the credit score and everything, how do you feel about that? Like, what are you doing right now? Are you making sure you're paying your credit cards down? If you have any, do you have credit cards? Do you not?
I got one.
Okay. And are you paying it down right now?
It's at a zero balance.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I'm trying to get back. I was at a 750, but life happened. So
Yeah, life do happen. That's for sure. That's awesome. I'm proud of you. I can't say the same.
that's right. I'm good. I've had plenty of credit cards that have maxed out and all types of stuff. So I understand.
Now. I ain't saying I maxed it out now. Hold up. No, I ain't maxed it out now, but I'm just
I ain't
saying.
maxed out either. I know.
It ain't at a zero, but we're being transparent here.
Right.
But the goal is to, if I could, I did pay one off. I'm almost paid one off. No, I did pay one off maybe like a month and a half ago. And that was actually a secured card, which was crazy work. You ever dealt with a secured card before?
I don't think so.
So I wanted to work on and build my credit up years ago. So what I did was I went to the bank and I got me a secure card. When I got the secure card, I took my money and put that down for the card so that way then I could build my credit up, right? So that way I guess if anything was to happen and I maxed it out, whatever, that was on me to pay it down, right? So paid it down, but what I did, you're gonna be like, I'm proud of you, Lee. What I did was I took the money from that card, right? And then I took that money and put it on another card. So once I paid that off, it was my money and how I seen it. It was my money anyway. So okay, if anybody was to say anything in the future when I go to get a loan, whatever, they'll see like, oh, it was a secure card. It was your money. So you know what I'm saying. So it made sense for me to cut it off. So I literally took that money and then paid on another card. So I'm happy with the balance of that other card. So that other card is almost completely down too. So it's
Ooh, you was talking about the one credit card you took the money from to pay off.
okay. Yeah, so I took that credit card to pay for that. Boom, boom, boom. Switched it up, switched the room, and I'm happy. So I'm proud of you for your 680, and also that you have a zero balance right now. Now my goal is to have me a zero balance soon. Real soon. That's the goal. Okay. All right. Let me ask you another question. All right. I think I asked you pretty much the financial goal, right? With you wanting to do the flipping houses and everything like that. I like that idea. You already told me you pretty much have credit cards. We talked about retirement. I think I should maybe. Okay, this is gonna be my last question to you, and then I'll let you answer some questions. Okay.
Okay.
As well. Answer some questions. Alias, I'm gonna have you come up next, okay? How are you? All right. So, okay. Hold on. All right. I feel like you manage your money good. You pretty much told me that. You pretty much told me that, right? Like right
Yeah.
now. Like, well, wait. Let me ask you this. You know what? Because this is a good question that goes along hand in hand with finances. Do you pay child support?
Yes.
Okay. So Does it come like directly out your check?
I haven't had it go through the court yet. I just give her 500.
Okay, for both of them.
Yeah, so if the court says lower or higher, then they could take it out of my check. I have no problem transferring it to her. I'm an adult.
Right.
I don't need to have my wages garnished or nothing like that. But
So y'all haven't went to court for it.
yeah, for the child support. So
You haven't already did.
I mean, if she wants to go to court for it, that's fine. But she might get lower than what she.
Then what she's getting, right?
Because like I pay the child support, and I also, he needs some shoes or something like that. I'll go get them when I have them. So
Right. Yeah. Okay. So do you feel like you live pretty comfortably, like even though you're giving her the 500 or whatever? Because you get them too on your time, right?
yeah.
So you should still have to spend expenses and everything.
Oh yeah, 'cause I be taking them like to the Shed Aquarium, the zoo,
That's
just
good.
anywhere I could take them where they could have fun.
Right. Right. That's good. One of my real close friends, she quit. She's like a sister to me. She put the clap in me, but that's good that you do that. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, I'm glad I asked you that because that is, I mean, that's something that if we were to want to try to see where this is going to go, you know what I mean, to know that about your kids. My one of my sisters, she's on here too. She said, "How many kids do you have?" He has two, and I said that on one of my first lives that two kids is the max for me. So if I meet a man, he has two children, especially at the age group. How old is he, or how old are the kids? Especially at the age group that I date, I know that it's going to be hard for me to come across a man that doesn't have kids. Oh, the kids. How old are the kids?
Oh, 6 and 3.
6 and 3. And how long did she missed some of the lives? So how long have you been separated, like broken up from the mom?
Since August of last year.
That's right, you did. So you see when he said that, y'all, I remembered. Okay,
And
that's
like
how.
there's no malice either. Like I was just with her today for my son's kindergarten graduation. We sat next to each other. I didn't have to like. There's no worries there. I don't have to say nothing to her. She don't have to say nothing to me. Simple
Thumbs
conversation.
up, hey, yeah,
Keep it
yeah,
back.
yeah. So, okay, have you like dated someone and she met them? Like, how do you think she would be if you were to like date someone and get serious? So
How
I
would
pretty much asked them that. I'm asking them that now. So she said, "Have you dated someone since y'all broken up?" So yeah, how have you? How did it go?
you mean how would my ex-wife feel or me?
Wait, she was your wife?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't say no because I was married to before. Y'all divorced, divorced. The divorce is final?
Yes.
Okay. So how would she feel? Yes.
Um. I don't know because I keep mine private. I know she's ran through a bunch of guys, bringing them around the kids. I really don't care to bring somebody around the kids unless I'm serious about them. So
But if
yeah,
you were to find out that, like, so you never brought anybody around,
I brought a couple people, but it's more of like a friendly thing. It's not
if
like
since y'all been divorced,
yeah.
and when she did not said anything or anything?
Well, I mean, she says what she has to say, but it don't affect me. Like I
Okay.
don't.
Okay, but wait a minute. She say what she need to say. Let me tell you. I ain't got a scrunchie by me. So listen. Uh-uh. She can't be saying what she need to say because
Well,
that's
no, I don't let her talk all reckless because it's like she don't know the person. So it's like you can't talk reckless and you out here doing worse than me. Like my kids only met one other person, but it was one time. They didn't stay the night, nothing like that.
right.
Just went out, had a nice little time, and that was it.
So Bree says, would she try to interfere if she knew you became serious with someone?
That I don't know. I don't think she would. Well, I mean, she cheated on me with like 3 people. That's how our marriage ended. So Yeah, I don't think she would, but she's kind of narcissistic, so she might.
And
But
how would you handle that?
how would I handle that?
Hmm.
I mean, the same way I handle her in general. Like, I just don't let it bother me. I'll be like, okay,
And his ex wife, I was about to say his baby mama. His ex wife is African American, y'all too, just so y'all know. So yeah, okay. Well, that's good to know. I have one more question for you, and then I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm gonna try to get Elias up here. Okay.
okay.
So, do you have an emergency fund? Like if something was to happen right now at this moment, do you have, other than your 401k, do you have some money where it's like, all right, boom, I got to tap into this. I don't want to tap into the savings that I have right here, but I got to do what I got to do. Do you have something like that?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I'm proud of you. I did too, just so you know. I try to.
Yeah, I got. I ain't scared to say it because ain't nobody can find it, but I got $10,000 hidden in cash somewhere.
Very demure. I love it. Very demure. I think everyone should have something just in case. A rainy day. So that's good to hear. I don't, honestly, these questions that I ask, I normally do not even ask these questions.
I
So
mean, but it's smart though. It is. We
it's
older now. We can talk about it. We adults.
yes. It's like it's just a different level of communication. That's what makes me look forward to like the lives and coming up here and talking to y'all. And like I was saying earlier, like I don't know if you was on here when I was talking. I was saying like, yo, the guys that I had, the contestants that I had for real, like honestly, this is better than Pop the Blue.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Because we're really asking like real intellectual questions, and it's not to the point where you come up on my live. I give everybody a chance to get to know me and continue to get to know me. So even if my type is normally this, and I'll still date, you know what I'm saying, and get to know everyone. Like,
I
and
felt that about dude that was playing a video game. Was like, go ahead, ask your question.
that was crazy work. Now,
Like
now,
what?
now, that was crazy because I'm like, what? Like, where did he? What is happening? Like, how you gonna come up here on my live playing? Like, who are you talking to? Like, and you know how my personality is. I'm all sweet, but I'm like, So wait a minute. So Bree has something to ask. She says you don't let that bother you, but what would you do if she did bother your significant other? So how would you take it if your ex-wife did come for?
I mean, as an adult, like have a conversation with her, ask her what her gripe is. Maybe if she's willing on both sides, so like my new significant other and my ex-wife, if they're willing to sit down and actually have a conversation to get to know each other, to understand more instead of just making accusations and throwing shade for no reason.
Yeah.
But I mean, if she continues on the path of like that with my new significant other, I would just have to deal with her personally. So it's like, I'll talk to you about this. So this way the negativity doesn't shine on my significant other. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me tell you the type of woman I am, right? You either don't like this or you're not. I'm the type to be like, we can just go to court. Because what I'm not about to do,
Mm,
we're not about to sit here and be going back and forth and mediation, and only because of what I already been through already in my past relationship. I feel
yeah.
like black and white is way much better. So if she can't, maybe one time discuss it, but my temper, my tolerance, how I am, after that one time of discussing whatever it is, and she still seems like she can't get it together, I don't want to deal with anything that's going to have how my energy is. I want to be like that
Yeah.
all the time. So I feel like in the past there was times where I would literally be around people or deal with certain things just to make my significant other, you see what I'm saying, happy,
Make
or
yourself uncomfortable for their
yeah, I'm
comfortability.
not living my life like that. Look, there was a tornado that touched down here in Delaware. Okay, we don't be having tornadoes around here like that.
We had one earlier today too.
Listen, I'm holding on tight to my seat. I ain't got time to be worried about no baby mama driving no BS. So,
But
eh,
that's why, like, I don't even let it be drama. It's like, I mean, she said what she said, but it don't affect how I move about something. So it's like, if you let words, I don't let the words hurt me. She can say whatever she wants to. I know who I am. I know my character.
yeah, but I'm
Maybe
just
she's
saying,
talking out the side
as
of your mouth.
far as far as that for you, but as far as for your significant other, like even if we get to know each other, or if we don't, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like that should be something because then that person knows not to play with that. You know what I'm saying? Not to play with
You know,
nobody.
I would definitely check that off top. Like
Yeah,
the
because
first
that's
little hint of it, it's getting corrected right there.
absolutely that's how it should be. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody got time for no weirdness. Life is too short, and if anything, everybody should get along because it's about the kids. It is not about anybody. You know what I'm saying? No grown and no adults.
Yeah, it's about the children. That's why like any other topic that she try to bring up, I'd be like, you get left on red. I ain't trying to talk to you. Like
Exactly. That's how it should be. I think more men should be straight, like to the point, cutthroat. You know, we worry about the kids. That's what we on, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Well, it ain't no weirdness. You know, because I just be feeling like sometimes the
I
baby
mean, like,
mama.
I see that all the time where dudes like, oh, I slid back and hit my baby moms and stuff like that. And it's like I ain't going for that. Mm-mm.
No, no, no,
You
no,
did me
no.
dirty. I don't know what you got. I don't know who you messing with. So no,
And just so you can go back and run your mouth and tell that,
like no, that's dead. Mm-mm.
No, not at all. So, is there any other questions that you have to ask me, or are you good and you'll be good to come up for next Friday?
I'm good to cover for next Friday. I do have a surprise for you though.
Yeah.
So I've been in my car, right? I'm
Uh-huh.
actually walking without an ankle brace on or nothing like that.
Nice. Go ahead.
So yeah,
Check you
that's
out.
my surprise.
You're doing big things. Look at you go. Now, you know I got to say something because I wouldn't beat me if I didn't say nothing.
Go ahead.
Why you was sitting out in the car the whole time? Who in the house?
Oh, ain't nobody in the house.
Oh.
Yeah, ain't nobody in the house. Like when I told you I had that calzone, I just got back from the restaurant. I was sitting there with my mama.
Okay, nice. Wanted to say with mom. Go ahead. See, I like that. Love the energy. Love it. Now, you know I gotta say something because I said something to RLCC that time when he was outside a little bit much. I'm like, what did you outside for? And then the next time he came on, he was in a house. Cause
Yeah.
I'm paying attention. Look, I'm paying attention to everything. I'm watching you. Okay.
We was talking about that. We was talking about that. Attention to detail.
Okay, the attention to detail is crazy. I'm paying attention to it all. But thank you so much for joining. And I always look forward to talking to you and getting to know you better. So I'm excited to see you next Friday. And I'll be on at 9. Okay. And I have some more questions ready for me. Now, being that we talked about some finances tonight, I'm going to be thinking about what the next topic is going to be. And if you join my live, whoever actually joins the live before I come on, those are going to be the ones that's going to know the topic that I'm going to be talking about. So you can kind of get ready. So you're not like, trying to figure out what the world is legal to talk about now. So yeah, next Friday, I'll be on 9 p.m. But I will let you know one of these days this week. It could be any time. You might pop up. I might want to wait and see if you're going to pop up again. Okay?
Now I'm gonna keep popping up on you, and I'm gonna count. You look for it this time. Mm-hmm.
You say just in case so I can be on top of it. I like that though. At least you on top of it. You on top of your
Next
dog.
time you gonna say something like, "Oh, he popped up a cold time 5."
There you go. Period. The whole week, baby. The whole week. Okay. Well, I hope you have a good night. Be safe and keep on working out, getting them gains in.
I'm gonna try.
All
Just give
right.
me a little bit. I'm gonna try.
You got it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I can't wait to talk to Alias too. Two of my faves. Yes, Bree. Alias that's coming up next. He's pretty dope too. I think you're gonna like him. We always have some really good talks, and he has me smiling a lot, quite a bit. But Mr. Savage, I always enjoy talking to him too. So I'm so glad both of them. If anything, if anybody, them two, they're pretty dope. Honestly. Thank you, Danny, for liking the live. Alias, where's your camera? I can't see you.
Hold on, I got it.
Okay. You know how I am. I'm like, but let me see. Hey,
All right.
how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Look, it's been a while.
I know, right?
Well, I got my hair done last Friday. You like
Oh, it looks good. It looks good. There you go.
it?
Okay, okay, I see you.
Okay, humble. Let your hair down. Don't pull it though, because these knotless, honey.
They come out. Yeah. Oh no, they look really good on you. They look really good.
Yeah, I like it because the curly pieces throughout it. I think that if I was to get braids, how can I explain it? I think that weave looks like really good on me. I think that I have like really sharp features at times, so just getting braids, I feel like it'll be a little bit too much. Like I'm not gonna say masculine, but I just feel like I need
Yeah,
so curly pieces like throughout it make it more gives me that weave effect, but still having braids at the same time. So the fact that
yeah.
you came out with this style is pretty dope. I like it.
I like it. I feel it. It works on you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So what have you been up to? Tell me some things. What's going on?
Uh, just work really. I saw the new Final Destination movie the other day. It was really good.
Okay, how was it?
It was good. You know, you had the old Candyman in there
No
as
way.
a
Okay,
throwback.
don't tell me too much. Don't tell me too much because I want to
Yeah,
go see it.
I don't
I
want
need to
to.
go see it. Like, well, the commercial. I went to the movies the other day, and the commercial where the guy like put something to his nose, like he was doing a tattoo, and then
Yeah,
something connected to his like that was so freaky.
right.
So freaky. Look, Bree said, "Don't spoil it, right, Bree? Because I want to go see that joint. Like that looks like it would be too
Yeah,
good. I don't know what Candyman doing. I'm sure he in there cutting up, but I'm gonna tell
the
you,
actor. Yeah.
that's one person. I just said it maybe last week. Candyman was one person I was scared of.
Oh yeah.
And I think I went in the bathroom and said Candyman, maybe, but so many times, and then I stopped because I was not, you know what I'm saying?
Candyman was on par with like Bloody Mary. You know, when you were in the bathroom and you close the door, it's like Bloody Mary, I killed your baby, or Candyman. Either or, you were just gone.
Listen, I definitely was definitely scared. So to be honest, he gonna say, Mr. Savage gonna say, especially when you live in Chicago.
Yeah, right. Candyman rolling up on you.
Okay, period. So yeah, so for me, I just said the other day, I was like, yeah, Candyman was the main scary movie that had me scared.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She said, I don't even play around like that. I don't care if it's fake. I know because let me tell you, when I was in the bathroom and I was saying, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, well, what if something does happen? Like, you know what I mean? It's that supernatural feeling of like,
Right.
feel like it's gonna happen, but you don't want to know. You want to know, but you don't want to know. But it's like, all right, chill. Like, let's not say anything.
Right. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but
Freddy Krueger is the reason why, you know, most kids have nightmares and they don't have their feet hanging off the edge of the bed because of
yeah.
Freddy Krueger will pull you underneath the bed.
You know, this is off the topic about our life, but honestly,
I know.
it's
Turn
cool
left
though.
on
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But I can't remember. How old were y'all when y'all decided, like, all right, I'm no longer scared to have my feet hanging off the bed? Because I remember, I can't remember when it no
when
longer,
that fear came in, when that fear started.
like, when it stopped. I
When
can't
it,
remember how old I was when I was like, oh, screw it. I mean, honestly, even till this day, with me staying by myself and like, I always turn all the lights off, but I have my light over top of mine.
well,
Uh,
you're a woman, so you know it makes sense. You got
oh,
to double check your surroundings, but I still
yeah.
wear socks. I'm a tall person, so I don't have my feet hanging out either. Yeah, that's why I asked you that last question. Like, do you like your bed sheets tucked or untucked? You know, it's kind of like
Oh yeah,
reference to that a little bit.
so you still don't. So yeah, no. See, I'm gonna tell you, I sleep with one leg out and one leg in because I drop sometimes. I keep the fan running
You keep the fan going.
all night long,
Oh, dog.
all night long, all night, all night long. My fan
Okay.
is on, okay, because I get a little warm, Lord. And then I look. Lord only knows by the time I get older if I have hot flashes. You know they say women be having hot flashes when we get older. Honey. Listen, if I got the
Yeah.
fan on, the house is gonna be ice brick. We gonna be in Antarctica
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
because I like it cold normally. So Bree
But
says I still don't let my feet hang out. Mr. Savage had all night for sure. All night, yeah, definitely. Fans on. Just to be
yeah.
on the safe side. That's not a deal breaker for you as an alien.
No, no, it's fine. Hey, everyone has their something. That's cool. That's cool. As long as it's not too cold. I wear socks regardless of what the temperature is. So if it's really hot or very cold, I still put the socks on. It's just something I do.
What? So
I
you
don't
wear
know why.
socks all night?
Yeah,
What the?
it's
Oh,
just it's just something to keep you. Comfortable. What's that? Oh, do you
It
sleep
makes
with
you
rain?
comfortable. Some people have their own little, yeah, I can see it. I can see it making you feel like cozy. Bree
Yeah,
said you sleep with rain sounds. I used to.
I do the country night sounds.
I used to when I would have trouble going to bed. But nowadays, honestly, I was just saying today when I was working, I seen the rain coming in and all that, and I was like, oh, I was like, I would love one day where I'm home and it's a rainy day, and I've
Yeah,
cleaned and everything, and then just to open up my window and just listen to the rain. It sometimes it can be so soothing.
yeah.
Bree said, "Girl, I tried that one time. I had a dream that I was in a flood. Never again. I'm crying. Yeah, well, don't listen to no rain sounds. Then
Over there.
oh, look, I can't be in no flood. I ain't gonna know what to do. Okay, I'm not. All right, Elliot. So we're gonna
All right,
go ahead and get started. Look,
all right.
we talking about Candyman. We talking about Final Destination. We talking about rain sounds. Hey,
Everything but to the questions.
no,
We
I
gotta
love
get
the
to the
energy.
questions.
Wait, I love the energy though because
Yeah,
if you learn me and you've gotten to know me here on my live, and even people that know me in real life, it's like we all know me in real life because it's me. But like I'm literally a person that will be talking about one thing, and then you gotta follow me because like I can be talking about something, and then it's like, we'll exit over here real quick, and then you be
yeah.
like, oh, yeah, follow me, and then I'll say that sometimes, like, come on, just follow me, just keep up. But okay, go ahead.
Ah, that's cool.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I got the first question to give. All right, let me see here. All right, so I did listen to some of those other ones. I got a good one here. I
This
got.
is why, no, this is why I was literally saying, I was like,
I didn't stay the whole time. I only heard like 10 minutes or so. Only 10. The
okay,
last
because
two.
I was like, okay, this is good. Like some of the guys that normally pop in, they're not on right now, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
Okay. All right. What's a lesson you've learned from a past relationship that stuck with you?
Like as far as a good lesson or a bad lesson.
Any type of lesson, really. Like, what really kind of stood out to you, I guess, from your last relationship that you kind of stuck with, that you can apply moving forward? Like, whether it's something positive or negative, really. I didn't think of it that like a positive, but normally, you think of like a negative, like, I'm not going to let that happen again.
Yeah,
Uh, but I mean, it could be anything, whatever comes to mind, really.
that's a good question. Hold on, I gotta think about it. No, seriously, sometimes y'all,
Yeah.
why is all y'all's first question always a question that's like I really have to like really think. Y'all hit me with a good one. All right, hold on. Let's see. Something that I took with me now. Hmm.
Lesson you've learned from a past relationship.
Lesson that I learned from a past relationship. Um. Hmm. I don't know because
It was all positive, mostly.
it definitely was not.
Oh,
Definitely was not. Not my last one. I think all my relationships, it was a reason for me to leave. They got to a
yeah.
point where it was time for a change. But my last one, the lesson that I think the greatest lesson that I learned with that one was just when it boils down to, I guess, trusting someone. I think that's why I have trust issues now. I think my trust issues, it's gonna really take someone really special to be able to deal with me with them. Because it's like I don't want to be vulnerable, but I can be vulnerable if you make me comfortable to be. And but at the same time, like I'll communicate and let it be known how I feel. But at the same time, my trust issues are so I don't trust at all. Like it's out of whack. So I feel like what I took from that is don't trust. Like it's like don't trust even. I guess not to trust somebody right away. It's like they
Yeah.
got to really prove to you who they are. Like before you just automatically, this is a reason why I'm doing this, how I'm doing it, just to really get to know people. And who's to say? Like, I could really get to know someone to a point where I literally, like, my family, my friends, and certain people that stop in and out of my lives and that join. And, like, I could really fall for somebody that, you know what I mean? And actually
Right.
meet them face to face and spend time. So the possibilities are endless. But I guess I say that it's kind of helping me, like, with doing this, with my trusting a little bit, like, with getting to know people. This is totally different. I've never had any family member help me vet anybody at all. Like, so
Interesting.
this is pretty dope. It's like a couple of my one really close friend, like, well, one sister that's on here. She's like a sister, and I actually used to date her sister back in the day. Okay, so she knows me on a level of dating, a family member of hers, but us not working out, and still who I am today. So that speaks volumes. She's actually the one I was asking a couple questions earlier. And then my sister, that is my dad's stepdaughter, she's on here. My mom stopped in not long ago. So it's people that are on here that, actually
Right.
care about me and I care about them. So it's pretty dope to do this. But I say that to say my trust issues is something that I really, really need to work on till now. And and it's really something that me doing things this way, I feel like it's cool for me to get to know everybody and take my time with it, because like I said before, I never really took my time. I would just meet somebody and when we 2 weeks in, we together. Okay,
Yeah.
I ain't seeing nobody else. It's just me and that person. And Bree says I would definitely say don't settle for less than you deserve. Absolutely. So that's someone that literally knows, you know what I mean, knows
Yeah.
me on the strength of dating someone that she,
Yeah. I
yes.
like that. No, that's good because trust should be earned, you know. It shouldn't be just kind of given freely. Everyone has their personality, their quirks, or what have you. You could say some people are gullible, but
Yeah.
um, in regards to what you were saying before, it's just trust is something that you just have to realize that it's something that's earned. Sorry, my dogs are making noise in the background if you hear them, but
It's going crazy.
look at them. Hold on. Are
Um,
you done?
they're going crazy. They worse than, look, I don't know if you heard Rasta over here. I had to go and take his little, what is it, lamb chop. He was over there getting it. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? That's what I'm gonna tell you. He over here humping lamb chop, got all things going on. I happen to look in the corner of my eye like, what is happening right now? He normally don't be doing that. So I'm like, is this what you do when I'm at work? Like,
Yeah, right.
it's crazy.
Yeah. No, my dog has a little lamb chop too. They tear it apart and everything. She be
And it's squeaky noise.
humping and tearing at it too. As a girl, I'm like a female dog humping. What the hell?
It's crazy work. I'm telling you, their minds, man, they be next level. I'm telling you. All right,
Yeah.
what's the question you got for me?
Okay. Okay. Uh, how do you define chemistry with someone?
Um, to me, chemistry is kind of like, this is gonna sound real goofy, but we've been around each other so long, it's to a point where it's like you'll finish a sentence, I'll finish a sentence for you. Like, you remember again certain things that I like. It kind of boils down to what I said before. What I do like is remembering certain things that I like to eat, or remembering certain things that I normally do in a certain, like, a routine. Being mindful of that, I think that helps build, you know what I mean, chemistry even more. Um, I just think just doing stuff together that's like not off the wall, but something that's pretty dope, like hiking or anything, and just doing certain things, trying new things that you wouldn't really try, but you're
Yeah.
trying it for that person. I think that all helps build chemistry more and more. What about you?
No, I agree. Stepping out of your comfort zone, being not only being vulnerable, trusting someone, for instance, but being vulnerable enough to try new things. Like most people wouldn't like skydiving. I like to try different things. So skydiving, that might be something on my bucket list,
Listen, now skydiving for
for
me,
instance.
I,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I've been zip line.
Zip line is cool too.
Zip line is
Something
cool.
like
I
that.
mean, Well, I mean, what we gonna
You
do
know.
still where we at? I mean, I just feel like my heart would really drop to my feet in the sky.
Hmm.
Mr. Savage said, I ain't going.
I'll meet you at the bottom. I'll
What, zip
meet you at the
lining, Mr.
bottom.
Savage?
Stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, like yeah, skydiving. I don't know. I got to see the video of y'all when you come down. Like you gotta say, let me see. Oh yay! Like I'm so proud of you because me skydiving, no, because ain't no way they gonna put three of us on. Ain't no way they gonna put me, you,
That's right.
and the person on, and then
And
it
the
goes.
instructor.
Because if I'm going, you going with me.
Oh, you gonna mess up the other person's line? You be like, nah, you coming down.
Yeah, if
Baby.
I look, however we make it down, that's how it's gonna be. All right, like we got both go at it. We going at it. If not, I ain't going. You ain't going. We ain't going. Or I'll stay down here. She said, God Himself is gonna have to promise me that I won't die. Until then, no skydiving for me. I know, right? He gonna have to be like, he gonna have to have it nice and shiny. Like you're gonna be fine. It's got to be a sign. So, ain't no way. But other than that, anything else, like I get
Yeah.
what you're saying. But I think,
That's for instance, like you feel encouraged, inspired. Like me watching you work out, like I work out too, but if you do anything consistent and then your partner sees value in that and they become inspired by it, then they'll be motivated to do something like that. So skydiving is like,
yeah,
just an example, really. It's just anything that you see that I'm passionate about that you might be unsure in yourself of, but you gain confidence because you see me doing it.
yes,
That's how you build, you iron sharpen iron. I have some skills I can bring to the table, business, IT, what have you. You have their business, what have you. Stuff like that.
yeah. I think that the fact that you're in IT and you do all that stuff, I know for a fact, I would need to really sit. I don't know. I like to learn different things, and I'm sure I wouldn't be able to like catch wind like right away of what it is you do for work and anything. Because to me, it sounds like you're speaking Chinese about certain things. So, but the same thing with me. You probably like you did that design on yourself. You actually did you
Yeah,
know
you
what I mean.
did.
But it
Yeah.
just takes you know
Yeah.
practice and patience. So I think that is pretty dope that you do what you do for a living because not everybody can do it. You got to be really smart. So again, that's awesome. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Definitely. So I'm gonna ask you some questions now.
Okay.
Are you ready? This is my face for me. You ready? Okay. What about? I told you it's about finances for me this week. So
Okay.
what about your finances stress you out?
At this point, nothing's really stressing me out financially. I mean, I like to always make sure that I have stuff reserved. What stresses me out is the thought of living paycheck to paycheck, I guess. That's not something that I do because I try to set myself up, with enough, I got a budget for myself, things like that, but I try to, allocate funds, save appropriately to where I'm not, living paycheck to paycheck, waiting on that next check, that sort of thing. So,
Gotcha.
uh, try
Now,
to.
you telling me paycheck to paycheck. What are you saying? Like, are you saying a couple thousand saved in the bank and you don't have to touch it? Or are you saying, having almost $0 in your account? Like, what is a paycheck to paycheck to you? Not talking about your savings, talking about your whatever you can go and grab. Like, what is that? Like, break it down.
Oh no, like what people say, like you need to have at least like 3 to 5 months of reserve funds. So I try to have like of whatever my monthly bills are, I try to have 3 to 5 times that amount always
Oh,
readily available.
wow. Well, look, let me tell you something. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. No, that yeah.
That's real good. I can't say that that's what I have going on. Just being transparent. Mr. Savage says that's that a boy. um,
Seriously, because I did that. My first job, I was in a restaurant. I mean, I was a busser, things like that. I always had a job, always made money,
right.
and so
Definitely goals. My sis said goals. Absolutely goals. And
yeah,
I think though it's all about the job. Like, okay, I'll give you an example for me, right? For
yeah,
me, I'm a small business owner, you know that. So I opened up my storefront going on 3 years ago. It's the realization that one, people don't want to work. Two, nobody's going to work as hard as you when it comes down to you and your business. So
right,
for me, I feel like I'm in that stage of my life where this is fresh, right? So everybody talking about, oh, this, being a small business owner, doing this, doing that. It's a great idea, like me and Mr. Savage was talking about. That sounds all great and dandy, right? But it's when you really in it, when you really in the trenches, and you realize all you have is yourself, right? That's who I have. That's who supports my business. Now, anybody else that I have there working, that's a blessing, whatever the case may be. But it's also the realization when you have a small business that people come and go. Just like with any job, people are going to come and go. So for me, I always tell people all the time, I will never stop working how I work. If anything, I may take off on a Tuesday as well. So I may have off on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday as I get older. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm working. And why do I feel that way? It's because it's that security. It's that situation where if somebody was to leave to walk out my storefront tomorrow, I'm not tripping. Now,
yeah,
I would love to have somebody to fill that seat or that position, but at least I can still grind and get it. And I have clients that actually come to me and they actually we were talking and they told me about them having a business, having a small business, and kind of how it failed. You know what I'm saying? And we were talking, and I was like, they don't really do the job, right? So they were pretty much the overseers of the business, making sure everything was going. But they were like, that's the thing. That was the only thing. It was the fact that they didn't, the fact that I do the job,
right.
that gives me that security. It might sound so crazy, but it's just like if I had all these girls in there working and then all of them was decide to leave at the same time, there ain't no more money coming in the business. You see what I'm saying? So then I'm sitting here have to try to scramble and figure it out. So for
Yeah,
me, how I work it there, the system that I have there at the salon is whoever you take are your clients. You see what I'm saying? Anybody come in new, then they go, it's rotation. But other than that, well, what you got, you know what your check finna be. And I'm salary, so it ain't like I'm you know what I'm saying, my tips, of course my tips my babies take care of me, okay? But as far as that check coming in that every 2 weeks, that's literally from me and that security, me being smart pertaining to, and again, I think everybody, it mind boggles me when you hear so many people talking about, oh, I want to have a business and want this and want that, and I'll be like, I think the difference of going to a job, I'll tell you, I wouldn't change it for the world. I love what I do. Sometimes I am beyond tired and exhausted.
I could
People ask
tell.
me all the time how I'm showing up right here on this live. How do I still have the energy that I have, which I do because I'm just as crazy and goofy as ever. But people really ask me, my clients are like, how do you manage to do it all, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, you just make the time. If you wanna do it, you're gonna make the time to do it, right? If I want to be intentional about this, even coming on my lives period all week long or coming up here and doing this, it's like I'm gonna do it because I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like it can be hard. It can definitely be. I remember years ago when I used to work at Arby's as a manager, and I'm talking sweating, smelling like curly fries. Well, this is when I was in high school. Like, listen, I mean, working the whole time. I didn't realize, like, now the responsibility of being an actual adult. I think that when we're younger, we all want to work, right? We want to get a job. But then it's like, you ain't realizing that once you start working, you about to be working for the rest of your life, baby. This ain't,
Yeah, once you start, you're not gonna stop.
you ain't stopping. That's what I'm saying. And I feel like
No.
people, people don't realize that. I'm like, woo, if I could literally get to a point where I could just chill for a second. I looked at my nieces and my nephew, well, my two nieces the other day, and I was like, y'all got it so made. And it's the realization that they don't know it yet. Like my one is 12, and the other one, she's a baby. She's like going on 4, little teensy. But the fact that they just sitting there chilling, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, wow. But it's the truth. Like working that job, I'm talking slaving, hardly making nothing at all, and realizing that nowadays that money that I made then, I wouldn't be able to afford anything that I have right now. Like, so the job that I do have and the fact that it is my business, I'm grateful. And, like Bree says, it makes perfect sense. It do. That's just the way that I got to move, and I just feel like going to a job, clocking in and be able to clock out, you ain't never clocking out with a small business.
Yeah,
People, huh?
yeah, you're right. Because you have to work long hours. Is not a 9 to 5. You know.
Sometimes it's more like a 9 to 8. Sometimes it's more like a
Yeah.
9 to 9. It depends on, because I'm not gonna say I'm money hungry, but because I like to work and I like to eat, it's one of those things where I don't really go out like that unless I have something planned. So majority of the time, somebody asks where Lee at, I'm at work. Like I said earlier, like I'm always normally working. So,
Yeah.
and when I'm not, I still have a good time. I have fun. But I literally just had to talk myself into not working on my birthday. I was like, all right, girl,
I know.
I
You
was
gotta,
gonna,
you gotta
I
go
was
out.
gonna be off on my birthday, but that weekend of my birthday, I was like, no, you literally need to take off on Saturday. Like, just take off. I was gonna do a half a day, and no. I told myself, my clients tell me all the time, no, take off. Like, we're good. Everybody's fine. You make sure you
That's
know.
how you say that. Yeah, I have that problem too. It's like
I remember you told me that.
it's rare that it was always rare that I called like had sick days. Like even in school, it was like it was rare that I didn't attend school. My mother was a teacher, so even when I was sick, she would be like, "All right," like a half a day. I would go to school. I remember it. I went to school. I was sick. Some lunch. The cafeteria food is crap, so you
Yeah.
get sick eating that crap, and then drive me home midway. I'm throwing up, and then after an hour or two, she's like, "All right, you fine? You good? All right, we're gonna take you back." I'm like, "What?
Like,
What are you
give me some
talking about?
time.
Why am I going back? You got a couple more hours left. A couple more hours left." I'm like, "No,
Yes.
that's some crap." So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's it's just come from something like that where I always have that I can keep going mentality.
Mhm. And it's one of those things, I think, for me with a significant other, whoever, it is, it's just like, I need that person that's really like, babe, just take a break or just take a chill pill or just like, that just kind of, they see you. They see you working hard. They see you grinding. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And for both, vice versa, not just seeing me grinding, me seeing him grinding and just being like,
yeah.
babe, take a break. And I think that's the, that's where I'm at. I'm like, at 32 going on 33 years old, I do not want to settle for just anything, but it's a certain type of love. It's a certain type of that unconditional, that real deal. Like I said, if I was to be sick, you're not pulling a plug. You literally are like, what we got to do to get on together, Yeah,
Right.
nowadays, no, people be dating people, and this is a question that they ain't never asked them. It's like, would you pull the plug? You know what I'm saying? Like, they
You
could
got
obviously,
sick, if you were really, really hurt and you were on your deathbed, something tragic happened,
but you know
God
what?
forbid.
You know what I think though? It is sick, it's crazy, but people are crazy nowadays. People
Yeah.
can switch up on you at any given time. You can be in love, the beginning of the week, by the end of the week, it could be something that just flip the switch.
Yeah.
And it's just the realization that that's kind of how it could go. So
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy, but So,
Okay.
what else you got for me?
Let me see. Let's see. Mm, something you people wish we asked for.
Look, y'all. Look. Alias got his questions written out, ready to go.
I do. I have to make sure because the last day, I spoke on this one here. Hold on.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Hmm. So I know you already have a business,
Mhm.
but if you could start a new business tomorrow, what would it be?
If I could start a new business tomorrow, I would go ahead, stop playing, get my certification for, yeah, to be a physical trainer. And then I would go ahead and yeah, I don't know. I need to either buy me a house so I can do my shed I mean not my shed, but my garage into like a little workout space. So that way when I get off of work, I could be on live and I could be training people, and I could still be on here cutting up, but also training my folks at the same time, having a good old time. Cause you know how my energy is anyway. My clients
Yeah.
always say your energy is A1. Like if you was to really do like a fitness boot camp,
Okay.
they would be for it. So my next love is I love nails, but fitness is
Yeah.
my next love. So I feel like it just is something that gives me so much energy. And I gotta work out anyway. So why not motivate other people, help them with working out? Because some people really need that push, And I feel like I have the drive and So honestly,
All right.
I would hope by hopefully next year. Like I want to get my body exactly where I would like it to be, and then once I get it exactly where I would like it to be, do a couple things in the meantime, in between time, get myself ready. Because I feel
Hmm.
like once I go, I can pay to get the certification right now, but that's not something that I'm ready for at this very moment. I got things going on with
Okay.
my business, transitioning with it. So it's like I need to focus on that. And then
Mhm.
once I get done focusing with that and I feel like it's a nice smooth, like nice smooth and sailing, then I'll go ahead and start looking into that. But that was a good question. Are
Okay.
you shocked about the answer?
No, I think you'd be really good at that. And
Yeah,
I mean, it is something that I know you do every day. So, I mean, it seems like a perfect transition for you because
it's pretty
I think
dope.
you'd be really good.
Yeah, I think that would be people when people talk about the income, like that passive income of having like something else that you just have coming in. I feel like that would be that income. It would be the perfect, you know. I'm not doing it. I'm not liking to do it. I'm not doing it. And I feel like I'm not having the time. I could do it from literally get off of work from the salon and work out with people from 6 to 8. Boom. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Good question.
Let's see what else I got. Mm, should have gotten more questions here. I don't know if I asked you this the last time. What's your love language? Did I ask you that before?
Oh, you might did. Well, you might did, but I'll answer it again anyway.
Okay.
Um, I like acts of service. And what's the other one? What's another one?
Quality time.
Uh,
Quality time.
I like quality time too. Acts of service and what else? What's the other one? It's pretty much
Words of affirmation.
definitely words of affirmation, which I think everybody needs that.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
everybody needs it to a
There's
certain
it.
extent. But I think those are the main ones. I feel like it's something else. Pretty much all of them.
That's good. Okay. Okay.
Never be enough. Never be
Yeah.
enough. Um,
Because I think I
okay.
asked you that one before.
I didn't really remember, but like I said, I didn't mind answering it again. Um, how do you split up finances? Like if you and the person were to be together, and living together, how would you split up finances?
Um, with my ex fiance, we had things kind of split where um, the rent was basically split in half, and then I would take certain utilities and she would take some other ones, but I would take the larger of the utilities,
Okay.
take the smaller ones, like I'd take gas, electric, stuff like that.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Um, so you basically believe in 50-50 split?
I don't believe in 50-50 no, because I mean it depends on where you're at. When before we moved into the townhome, I was paying 100% of everything. So I paid 100% of it where, she moved in with me. But um, it really doesn't matter whether I don't believe in 50-50. It really just depends on where the person's at financially.
Right.
So if
Right.
I have more, if I have more, but I mean, I guess it's different for the male because, I guess if pride would ensue, like I don't mind paying more than 50% because as the guy, I'm supposed to be the provider anyway. So if it comes down like that, it's not that big of a deal for me.
Yeah. I'm all about the P word.
Yeah.
I'm all about P word. I think in my world, let me tell you in my world what I think. In my world, I think a provider is someone that takes care and makes sure that I'm okay, right? I'm a nurturer, so I'm supposed to make sure he's okay in that way, right? But I feel like 70-30 is good to me, or 60-40. And I say that because it kind of depends, like you said about the finances. But I feel like the woman should pay the miscellaneous, the electric, the this, the that, where the guy pays the mortgage or the rent, and then whatever else. And then you both have your own, if I mean, unless you have a phone bill that you put together, you split it in half. But like certain things, that way it just makes sense, right? Because we're talking about that provider
Yeah.
word. And to me, that's how I see it.
Right.
That's how, and mainly because too, the women, we're out working as well. And I just feel like if times get hard, if the woman can save a little bit more, and you're still saving, but if the woman can still
Right.
save too and put money to the side, a certain amount, every month, that then helps the relationship as well, just in case there's a rainy day or whatever, and we don't want to touch savings. It's just one of those things where it just gives room to grow, room to just feel comfortable and
Yeah.
and everything. So I
And it,
definitely feel like, huh?
yeah, I was gonna say like in addition to that, like and also for that provider thing, like even when we were kind of quote unquote 50-50, like I would still give her hair and nail money like $200 to $300 maybe every month or so. So
That's
so
good.
even though it wasn't necessarily 50-50, I was still giving cash on top, like, hey, go ahead and, get this done or that done, what have you.
That was
But
nice.
um
That's really nice. Well, I do my nails and my feet and my lashes.
I know, I see. So that's free. That's free. That's free right there. I can save my two, $300.
Well, no, not really, because it's mainly my hair, and
No,
if
I'm
I
just
need
kidding.
if I need some outfits.
Yeah, right. It could be for outfits, it could be whatever.
There you go. But that's good though. That's good. I think that a lot of that nowadays is kind of, men lack that trait of like just making sure their lady is happy in that way, and she doesn't really have to ask for it. It's just a given. So I think that's really nice. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me see. What other question?
Bye-bye.
Let's see. Hold on. Now I'll let you ask me two more, and then we gonna wrap it up for tonight.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask. Let me see. Okay, so in the next 5 years, where would you like to be financially?
Mm, with a lot more in my savings and my retirement account. and debt free completely.
There you go. That's a good answer. I think for me, I would just like to have that second income that is like what I was telling you, something that I would just be in love with doing as well.
Yeah,
And definitely paying off, certain things that are just because I was thinking maybe last year about getting a new car, and I thought about that because I don't know, you know how we are. We're just like, oh, get a new car, and then I'm like, but for what? Like, I have a 2022 to get a car that's so much younger because I wouldn't get a 2026, right? It's
yeah,
depreciated as soon as you drive it off the lot. And then to get a 2025, that's 3 years young. You see what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? Like,
right.
just to say that I got a new, and I'm just to a point in my life where I'm not living like that. I'm just, and my car is absolutely beautiful, and there's no need for me to go and get something just to say I got it.
Yeah,
And I think I'm happy with where I am with that mindset now. I'm not, thinking the other way that I was thinking before. I mean, and let's just be real, they've been doing the tariffs and everything else.
yeah. These prices are gonna about to skyrocket here in a minute.
Yeah, you gotta think fast. You gotta think fast and you gotta think smart. So I'm like, yeah, how about I not and say I did? So yeah, I definitely my mind frame has definitely changed, as far as, and that's how I feel like I know that I'm maturing a little bit more too. But I think that now where I am, that's what I'm saying. Mr. Savage said, "In them damn eggs,
And eggs.
them eggs is high, boy. Them eggs is higher than high right now, and I'm still getting them because y'all know I don't play about my protein, baby. I'm matter of fact." I'm gonna get up in the morning. I'm making me some eggs too. I'm gonna make some eggs in the morning. Yes,
Yep,
I
yep.
know. But let me see. Let me see what else. Oh, I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Mr. Savage. What is your? And you can tell me if I told him the truth about mine earlier. So, what is your credit score?
Oh, you got some credit score? Okay.
Mhm.
It's about 780.
Oh wow, that's good. That's really good. Proud of you. Keep it up.
My goal was 800, but I mean, I don't know if I'm.
You're gonna get there. You're gonna get there in no time. It's gonna happen. You just gotta give it time. My mom's at 800, honey, and that's goals all day. Okay, one day.
She paid off that big house loan. She paid off them car loans. That's what happened.
Yeah, she didn't took care of quite a bit. It's the realization of once you don't realize it, right, but once you go and you sign the dotted line to certain things, and then you're
Yeah.
like, dang, I got to pay because now you know where my mindset is now. My mind frame is I need a mortgage. I need a mortgage for my salon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I need something because I just feel like we sit back and we pay rent, and it's the realization that a lot of businesses have to start somewhere, right? But it's like no, like I'm not trying to be just what I mean, just throwing money out the window. It's not what it is, but it's what I mean. It's like
Hmm.
it's just different to say it's yours.
Right.
It's definitely next level, to say it's yours. Do you have okay? One more question.
Okay.
Do you
What
have
was yours, by the way?
huh?
What was yours?
Mine's 710.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
710. So it's okay. It needs a lot of work. My mom's at 800. So
Yeah, your mom's killing it.
one day, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Mr. Savage's wasn't bad either. Mine's alright. We getting there. We all trying to climb the ladder.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Savage, we trying to climb. We trying to get there. We'll get there. Just being mindful, you know what I mean, about it and trying your best to
Yeah.
actually get there. But did
Yeah.
you have any other? Well, I did have one more question for you. Do you have any emergency funds?
Yeah.
You know. All right, cool. That, That's good to know. It's my dog. Let's see, standing here. He's just looking at me. I owe him something. What? You tired now after all the stuff you did tonight? I thought you was asleep. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, make no sense. But yeah. Oh, let me tell you this, y'all. This dog. Guess how much he cost me this week? I don't know if y'all was on the live earlier when I was going crazy about it.
I know.
They just keep on getting higher and higher every year when he gets the shots. 500.
I'm scared.
Cause you got
Scared
two,
to take
right?
mine. No, I got all these over here.
That's what I'm saying. Let me see how many you got.
Four puppies.
What?
They had puppies, so I'm registering them through AKC and
Yes, good, good, good.
trying to
That's
get
what
them
he
out
was.
of here.
He was registered through that. Oh, you gonna sell them?
Yeah, I cannot keep all of these.
Oh my God, they be whining and stuff. Let me see. I didn't get to see them
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
I love babies. Little puppies. Oh, the babies. Oh, hi, you guys. Hi. Oh my goodness, you guys are so cute. Flip the camera. I want to look at them real quick.
Yeah, right?
I want to see
Little
them.
babies. My little babies.
No, they're so cute. Pick one up. You don't be holding them.
Yeah, well, I put on gloves. I had gloves. Hold on one second.
Uh-huh. Let me see. Oh, hi. Hi, little one. You're so cute. How many, like, how old are they? Like, how long have they been out here in the world?
Um, I think they're about 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh. You didn't tell me you had baby puppies. So, what's the mom and dad be doing? Where are they at right now?
They're in their cage.
How do they? He said, Mr. Savage said, what's the breed?
They're Shiba Inus,
Gosh,
purebreded Shiba Inu dogs.
I'm like, send
So
one through the mail. It's like, no. Because look, that'll be
I'm trying to get rid of them. I'm at my job. I'm telling people I've taken pictures of them, and a bunch of people in the office like, oh, they're so cute. I'm like, they're so cute. Buy one. Buy
Yes.
one. Don't just say they're cute. I'm about to get rid of these. I can't take it. It's hard enough taking care of two dogs.
Yes. Ain't nobody take your dogs and be over there humping them and stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I know you was like, wait, she's pregnant? How long did it take you to realize?
Uh, a couple months really. It took me probably like a couple months because you know you can't really tell like when they were like really going at it because they can do it in between cages and stuff like that. They can go real quick.
Wow.
So I did not realize it until her back started getting big. She had one of them big backs. I'm like, all right. Started to take them in. They were like, all right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They thought she was gonna have they thought she was gonna have six, but she ended up having five. One died during childbirth, and then we just got the four here.
Oh, where'd you bury her? Wait,
Near like a park.
that's
Yeah,
sweet. I
yeah.
was it real stiff right away? I'm all weird. I know, but it was stiff
No,
right.
it wasn't. It was slightly moving, and then they said to like kind of tap on them, give them a little bit of CPR, but but yeah, She never woke back up. So it's
Oh, the baby.
I know.
That's sad. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I know that's okay.
Was it a girl, boy?
It was a girl, the only girl. It's four boys sitting here. They just fighting. That's what you heard before. I'm looking over constantly because I gotta
Oh my
stare at
God.
them.
They siblings. They need to stop showing off like that.
Yeah,
They're so cute. And it was the only girl.
yeah, that was the only girl.
Do they know why she might have passed?
It was in the middle of the night, so you wake up and then she's panting and making noises. So I turned the light on, and that was the first one to be born. So she could have stepped on it, trying to go back to back because I think three came out pretty back to
Light
back
was
to back.
off.
Hmm.
Light was off when she was giving birth.
Yeah, it was off.
Aww. That's sad.
Yeah.
Did she like come off like she was sad, the mom, or she didn't know? She just didn't care.
She didn't know. I just kind of took it away pretty quickly. I mean, I brought it over to her so maybe that she could lick it and try to do something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
that didn't work out.
God, how did you have the energy to stop everything or to wake up and then like did you bathe them? Like what did you have to do? Or she had to lick them off or what happened?
She pretty much took care of the whole thing. Like they come out in a little sack, and then she eats it. She was just eating it off of them. I'm like, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you.
Wow, that was a process.
Yeah,
Easy word. Well, hey, at least you got it. You know, you got the babies now, but all right,
yeah.
if nobody gets them by so long, I don't know what's gonna happen here. So listen at this one. Rasta, hey, stop. He's been licking his paw, and I said something to him when I was there at his appointment, but they were like, "Oh, you can get him vitamins for it, or you can get him this, that, and the third." So
Yeah.
at his appointment, but they were like, "Oh, you can get him vitamins for it, or you can get him this, that, and the third." So
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna try these over counter vitamins next just to see like how it works because I'm not paying for no allergy shot. They're like, oh, we can get an allergy shot
No,
or no, you know how much money
nope, not doing it.
allergy shot, and then they said, oh, give them this medicine, this allergy medicine twice one time in the morning, one time at night. No,
Oh, they got allergies and stuff. No. Mm-mm.
they're saying with his skin, you know how Frenchie's skin be,
Oh yeah,
which
yeah,
I got this medicated shampoo, and Lord
yeah,
only knows, Lord only
yeah. I know about
knows,
that.
yeah, Lord only knows what's in, like, you know, how much that was. Probably was
Yeah.
extra 100. It probably was 400 and it would a 500. But I have a client and she has a French bulldog, and she was telling me about what she feeds her, and her coat is absolutely stunning. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
going to try to switch up his food and, you know, try to see if that helps a little bit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Poor baby. You probably try to do some coconut oil or something, you know, to help with his coat, like, you know, his dryness and stuff. But he's bad though. He's sitting there looking at me now like, you gonna take me outside? Are you? Well, it is. I enjoyed our combo. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah,
I will
did I?
definitely be back next Friday. So right now it's just you and Mr. Savage. Unless RLCC come up and be like, oh my God, I had this going on and try. Other than that, right now it's just y'all two. Okay, so we will meet up next Friday at 9 p.m.
Cool.
I'm gonna figure out this week, like I told Mr. Savage, I'm gonna figure out this week what the question, like what my, you know, what I'm gonna be talking
Got your
about with
thing.
you guys. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. And depending on the live, you might come on one day, I might say it, I might not. But if you come on, at least you'll have a little teaser of what it is that I'm gonna be talking about, so you can decide what you want to talk about.
Okay.
Okay. This is where I'm going.
They're fighting right now.
I see. Oh my god. But all
Yeah.
right, I hope you have a good night. It was nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you too. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. I will be back with Lee's Dating Lounge next Friday. Next Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And also I'll be on all throughout the week. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys always for liking the lives. Thank you guys always for just tuning in, chatting with your girl. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hope you have a good night. Bye.